Welcome to Wednesday. It's the 10th of November, 2021. This Day Weather Podcast brought to you by Chug Water Chili. Great holiday discounts are coming your way. Take advantage of them by going to chugwaterchili.com. This week's special discount is 15% off of all gift baskets. Good through November 14th. Go to chugwaterchili.com. These gift baskets are great, whether you like to barbecue, whether you like to make chili, or do both of those things. They offer a wide variety of gift baskets. That's great, especially for that cook in your family. Windy and cool weather coming with mountain snow showers. It's going to be windy and colder with rain and snow showers. Lots of wind. Northwest wind will continue for the weekend. Northwest winds aloft will be good for the mountains to get snow, but it means windy and cool conditions on the plains. Will there be some rain and snow showers on the plains? Yes, there will be, but they're not going to be adding up to much. Then trending colder again by mid to late week. Now, we do have a weather song of the day, backed by popular demand. This weather song is really more of an anniversary song. It's not a happy anniversary, but in the annals of music and weather, boy, that's where music and weather really come together. Because it was on this day in 1975 where the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald took place. Of course, probably Gordon Lightfoot's most famous song, and a song you still hear on the radio a lot these days. And that storm and that front and the system that came down and sank the Edmund Fitzgerald to this day is still studied by meteorologists due to its intensity and what happened with that storm. Actually, the storm started back in southwestern Colorado on November 8th, then headed up to Lake Superior and became just a intense, very intense early fall storm over Lake Superior. And when you take a look at what happened, you saw a storm that got really near tropical storm strength in terms of pressures. These are millibar pressures right here. And the storm intensified so rapidly, they had very little chance to really catch up and get out. And here are the wave heights in meters. Remember, these are not feet. These are in meters. Right here, the plus sign is where the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald happened. And you can see there were waves in excess of 30 feet during that storm there on the southeast end of Lake Superior. Now, for those of you who remember the song, they talk about Whitefish Bay and how if the Edmund Fitzgerald had just made Whitefish Bay, they would have made it. And look at the wave height at Whitefish Bay compared to what they ran into right there during the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. Lenticular clouds continue to show up with these strong winds. Mark Bentley sent us this photo of some beautiful lenticular clouds just downwind of the Bighorn Mountains. These clouds, these lenticulars right here, all the result of the wind going over the northern Bighorns here and causing a wave function to form, a waveform to form in the atmosphere. Now let's go and take a look now at our weather. In the coming days, we are going to be looking at a very typical mid to late November pattern, especially when La Nina is involved. That means fast jet stream winds, strong winds aloft, and coming in from the northwest. So here's today's frontal system, kind of sweeping through very quickly. We did see a little bit of snow in the high country last night. We'll have some rain and snow showers in the plains. But the storm, look at this. This is kind of uncannily similar to what I just showed you with the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. A system coming out of the Rockies and then blowing up and into an intense storm over the northwest Great Lakes by Friday morning. And what's going to end up happening, there's going to be a major snow event in portions of Manitoba into Ontario, and they're going to see some significant winter weather as well as parts of the northern plains right here. But the storm is getting itself too far to the north and east to be a big impact on our region. But northwest winds aloft are coming in very strong, and that's what's going to be making it windy. This is by Saturday afternoon. Notice northwest winds aloft continue. That means windy on the plains. That means a continuation of mountain snow showers. This time of year, in the fall and winter and early spring, when the winds come from the northwest, drag in Pacific moisture, it makes it windy and cloudy on the plains, but it does bring occasional snow showers to the mountain ranges. And you can see where the precipitation will fall. This is through Saturday. You can see just a little bit of moisture east of the mountains here, some rain and snow showers, but nothing heavy. You can see the heavier moisture with that low up there. But you can see that the mountains are going to be picking up some snow out of this in that northwest wind aloft, driving that moisture into the higher terrain. And this is what the snowfall looks like through Saturday afternoon. Not much east of the divide, mainly a mountain situation. But if we were to take a bigger picture, a bigger look at it, you can see the swath of significant snow across portions of southern Canada into the Arrowhead of Minnesota, northeastern North Dakota, and even some snow showers getting into the Corn Belt. Yesterday, I talked about lake effect snows. There they are on the lee of Lake Michigan there and up into Lake Superior as well. This area right here, these white areas showing in excess of maybe 1.5 feet to 20 inches of snow or more. So this is a pretty good North American storm. You're just not going to hear about it on the news because it's mainly going to affect Canada and areas to our north. But I do think this is a harbinger to come. Patterns like this that through the course of the winter season will just start to be forming and showing up further south. Now let's take a look out at the extended range. This is by next Wednesday. A week from today, we have another cold front sweeping through quickly. Another one back up here, as we showed you yesterday. When you get more waves, the more active the weather pattern is. But this type of pattern doesn't allow a storm to slow down and become, let's say, a big four-corner storm. But these frontal systems will continue to get stronger and more intense. This is a good pattern for the mountains to get snowed on again. This is another one that we've got to watch that may come in the following weekend, and here it is. This is by next Friday into Saturday of next week, and we may have another strong Pacific front slide in very quickly, bringing colder air. So we're going to get be a lot more like November should be. Colder, some windy periods with the frontal systems now becoming more frequent. Have yourself a great Wednesday. We will see you tomorrow.